December is meant to be the most magical month of the year, with families celebrating Christmas and time together, lots of lights and presents and kids' decorations and events going on, and Santa Claus and elves and reindeer and all these magical, beautiful things. But for a lot of us, it can be a really sad time of year because it is a very big reminder of what we don't have. Whether we have experienced infant loss, pregnancy loss, maybe we've experienced unsuccessful IVF treatments, or we've never been pregnant but we've always wanted to be. It can be a really hard time of year to be reminded, constantly bombarded by lots of information about how magical and amazing this time of year is, and actually you might be feeling a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, maybe overwhelmed, maybe feeling left out, and just not great in general. So I feel the same way. I have experienced 4 pregnancy losses, and I wanted to do something this year for myself to give myself kind of 5 to 10 minutes per day where I can sit by myself and just honour myself, honour my journey and honour my babies, and have just a little bit of time. I'm calling it 12 days of Restmas, but just a little bit of time where I can be by myself and rest and just sit with the feelings, whatever the feelings are. But I really want this to be kind of comforting and warm and cozy and just really inviting, and a nice thing to experience every single day. So I created the 12 days of Restmas. This is going to be a free 12-day email series sent directly to your inbox from the 13th of December until the 24th of December. And it's just going to be a really nice way for you to check in every day and have a couple of moments for yourself, and to feel calm and rested and reassured and comforted and supported through this hard period. Because I know that oftentimes with Christmas, we're seeing family, we might be seeing friends with babies or who are pregnant. We might be going to Christmas parties or work things, and there's just a lot of noise, a lot of busyness. If you try and go out and do your Christmas shopping, probably it's hectic where you live, because it's hectic. Anywhere I've been around this time of year, it just gets crazy. So I think it's really nice to have just a couple of moments every day, whether you do this at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day or even in the middle of the day, to break up the day and just have some moments of peace and moments of rest and moments for yourself. So every day in the email, you'll get a gentle message from me. You'll get a grounding or calming exercise to kind of center yourself and focus your attention on yourself and on the present moment. You'll get a journal prompt or a reflection question, which is something you can either take a pen and paper and write things down, or maybe on your phone, open up a journaling app or a notes app, or even just have a moment of thinking to yourself about this question and what it means to you, what it's bringing up for you, any kind of feelings and thoughts you have around the question. There will also be a grief ritual or a remembrance moment, which is hard to say, which is just a moment to honour your babies, maybe honour your pregnancies or things you wish you would have had, or things that maybe did happen or didn't happen. You'll have a moment there to honour that loss and honour your journey. There will also be self-care ideas. There'll be some small ones and maybe some longer ones. I really want to include some YouTube links to sound baths, because I love a sound bath. I put my headphones on and just zone out for half an hour or an hour, and it really just brings me so much calm and so much peace and so much just like release of stress. And I think this time of year is perfect for sound baths. So I will pick some very special ones to share in the email as well. So all you have to do is click the link and you can enjoy the sound bath if you have time to do that. And then the last thing, I'm going to include a PDF for every single day. So you can download the PDF and you can either print it at home, or you can add it to your iPad or any kind of tablet and you can journal on there. So there's going to be space for writing, but it's also just something nice to print off and kind of have a physical copy. I know some people work in different ways. So all the information is going to be in the email if you want to just read the email, process it, and then carry on with your day. Or like I said, you can print it off, or you can have it on your iPad and have like a physical version almost that you can actually sit down and write on. So that's going to be there as well. So you'll have all the information in the email plus the PDF as well. So the 12 days of Restmas is for anybody who has experienced infant loss. Again, this could be a miscarriage, it could be stillbirth, it could be a neonatal death, it could be a missed miscarriage, ectopic pregnancy, abortion, termination for medical reasons, unsuccessful IVF, maybe you've never been pregnant but you've been trying and you've struggled with infertility. So anybody who's kind of in this world of infant loss or wanting to have children and not having children for whatever reason it might be. December is a really hard month for a lot of people, so if you feel like you might be struggling, if you feel like you need just a little bit of support and somebody there to help you and guide you, I'm hoping this will be a really gentle resource for you. There's zero pressure to do every single day. I'm not going to be checking on you. There's no homework, there's no assignments. It's nothing like that. It's not about productivity. It's not about getting better or healing or moving on. It's just about having a moment of stillness and a moment of peace and a moment of reflection and just honestly just time for rest. So whatever that means for you and whatever that means for the day, it might look different for everybody, but just a moment to be in the moment and to maybe think about your losses and just take time out of the day, out of the crazy, the busy, the Christmas spirit that everybody's in. And maybe you want to sit and cry, maybe you want to journal, maybe you want to lay in bed, maybe you want to, whatever it is. There's no right or wrong, there's no pressure, no one's going to be watching you or judging you or marking you. It's just about having time and space on your own this Christmas. So as I briefly mentioned, I made this for myself primarily, and I thought, why don't I share this with my community so that we can do this together? I have experienced 4 pregnancy losses. I've experienced 2 miscarriages, a missed miscarriage, and a termination for medical reasons at 26 weeks. I've also done IVF and embryo freezing, and I have 1 embryo stored somewhere in the UK. So I have experienced lots of Christmases without the children I thought I would have. I had my first miscarriage 9 years ago, so I've had 9 Christmases without a baby, and I've been pregnant over Christmas and different variations of that. So it's a really hard time of year for me personally, and I tend to get angry, I tend to get numb, and I tend to shut down sometimes. So all emotions are welcome, all emotions are normal. And I think this might be interesting to come back to year on year as well and see how your grief is progressing and how your thought patterns and the way that you treat yourself and give yourself space and time to rest and grieve and recover. Could be interesting to kind of, do every year and look back on. So yeah, I'm curious to see how I'm going to do this year, because I feel like usually for Christmas time I'm with family and I keep myself busy. I'm watching films, I'm playing games, I'm being, fun and bubbly and lively. And I don't ever give myself time just to sit and be, honestly, just to sit with myself. And even if I was to do that, I think I would struggle to kind of know what to think about, I guess, because I don't know, I think it's different if you're like, okay, I'm just going to sit for 5 minutes and think about my baby, versus I'm going to sit for 5 minutes and think about this very specific question, or maybe do a grounding practice beforehand. So it might be something like 1 hand on your chest and 1 hand on your tummy and just breathing, or it might be feeling your clothes on your body, or whatever it's going to be. So it's going to be a grounding practice to really bring you into the moment, and then some questions and some thoughts and ideas. I think it's a very different moment when you have intentionality behind it and when you have somebody guiding you and something to anchor onto, rather than let's take 5 minutes to sit about my babies. It's going to be, let's take 5 minutes and first of all we'll ground ourselves, and then we'll read through this thing, and then we'll process, then we can journal and think about this. So yeah, I wanted to give myself something tangible and something actionable without it being actionable. Sounds like you have lots of things to do. I don't know, just something tangible, I guess, that I could like hold on to, print off, or have on my iPad and just do every day and give myself 5 to 10 minutes. And I wanted to share it. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, of course, please email me or let me know in the comment section down below. And if you do want to sign up for the 12 days of Restmas, I will leave the link below as well in the description box. There's information on there, and then you just have to pop in your name and your email. It's completely free. There's no payment at all. There's no pressure to do all of the days or any of the days. You can miss some, you can do whatever you want to do. I really don't mind. I just want to provide that kind of resource and that information for you. Once you do sign up, you'll start receiving emails on the 13th until the 24th of December. I'll try and send them in the morning as early as possible in a certain time zone. It's going to be hard because obviously I might have people from all over the world signing up, but I'll try and send it so you receive it in the morning. So then you can either do the practice in the morning, the middle of the day, the evening. It's up to you. Zero pressure, zero anything. It's just a moment for you to spend some time on your own and process your grief and just think about your babies. So with all that being said, I really hope you have a wonderful December. I hope you join me for Restmas, and I hope it provides you just with a moment of peace and a moment of calm throughout your days. If you have any questions, I'm always on Instagram. You can send me a message on there. You can send me an email. You can check out the website, check out the interviews and videos that I've done here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.